guys, welcome to my channel, Among Stouts. If you're new here, my name is Samantha and I am a homeschooling stay-at-home mom of 4 kiddos. And in today's video, I have an Amazon haul for you. So I have these 2 good size boxes of just some supplies and books and things like that that I have ordered for my kiddos for the upcoming school year, and I wanted to share this haul with you guys just in case you were interested in any of these things that I picked up. I always like to share what I get in case there's interest, and maybe it's something that you guys hadn't seen before, or maybe something that you were looking for but you just didn't know that this is what you needed. So if you guys like these kinds of Amazon homeschool haul videos, please go ahead and give me a like. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. So this came in a package set of 2, and the first thing that I picked up are these artist brushes, and each pack has 10 brushes in them. So it's almost 11 and I have a few kids that are still asleep, so my husband decided to play Reveille on their mini Googles. We both, in basic training, if you haven't been in basic training, the way that they wake you up very early in the morning is by playing Reveille. So that's his idea of how to wake up the kids, in case you guys heard that. So anyways, back to what I was saying, I got these 2 packs of paintbrushes, and only because during the year, when we had that huge, there goes Reveille again. When we had that major freeze here in Texas, we did some of the artwork for CC here at home. And normally my kids would only one kid wants to paint at a time, sometimes 2 of them. But during that time, I just noticed how majorly we lacked in paintbrushes. So I went ahead and picked up these 2 packs for this year. This will make it to where the girls can paint together, or they can all paint together, or if we ever have to do CC from home and we're doing painting, then everybody can do what they need to do here at home. So the next thing that I picked up, and I've actually been wanting some of these for my kids for a while, and so when I was getting the paintbrushes, this was one of the recommended things, when you add something to your cart. So I went ahead and picked this up also, and it was only $7 I think, and you get 50 of these little color sticks, and they are the oil pastels here, and these are by Pentel Arts. I don't know about the quality. I'm sure there's better quality brands that you can get. My kids have never done oil pastels before, at least not here at home, and I didn't want to spend a ton of money on a much better brand if these aren't very good in the beginning, in case they don't use them. So we have these for them to use and try out, and just to use up and have fun with. And then I picked up more construction paper. I bought a ton last year, so we didn't need a whole lot, but I wanted to go ahead and just get our paper restocked. So I got this construction paper here. This is just all white. It's by Sunworks, and there's 50 sheets in here. These were only $2. And then I got the one with all of the different colors as well. And so this is actually a different brand. This is the True Ray brand, but they were both only $2 or $2.50 or something like that. So really inexpensive. Okay, and so the next thing that I picked up, and I picked up this because it came in a pack of 3. I really like these particular journals. These are primary journals here. It has the space for writing down on the bottom half, and then up here space for a picture. And so I really like these for my girls. Particularly, they like them a lot, but also just to help my son get into more creative writing and things like that. But my girls really enjoy writing stories, poems, or whatever, and then adding pictures to it. And so this is really good for that, just for creative writing. I figured this would be good for adding for nature stuff or anything like that. We didn't use these kind of journals as a part of our homeschool last year, but we did have some, and my kids still use them up. So I wanted to go ahead and give them more for their writing and drawing that they all like to do. And then the next few things that I picked up are a part of my kids' like STEM slash electives that they do in the afternoon. And I have a whole video on how we do, I think it's like how we do STEM in our homeschool or something like that. I can't remember. But STEM here in our homeschool is really important to my husband and I, and for my kids. They all really are interested in those subjects. And so my kids are really interested in like STEM activities, and then a couple of them are considering jobs whenever they get older in STEM fields. So I do whatever I can as far as our afternoon to help them with that. So like our, I guess, extracurriculars or electives in our homeschool kind of surround around their interests and like we're just helping them along with what they want to do in the future. I think that's really important for me to create time for that. And I do plan on filming a video all about like everything that we've included as far as our electives and extracurriculars in our homeschool. So I'm not sure when I will get that filmed, but definitely keep an eye on that if that's something that you're interested in. So the first thing that I picked up for my daughter, and this is kind of based off just watching her, because when I ask her what she like, when we talk about her future and what she wants to do when she grows up, for a few years now, she has been pretty set on being a baker and owning her own bakery. But as I watch her interest and what she's doing in her free time, she does a lot of drawing, and particularly like with drawing people and outfits and accessories and things like that. So I went ahead and picked up this book for her. I got her another book from Usborne a few months ago from the Teach Them Diligently conference. There was an Usborne rep there, and I picked her up like this book all about making magazines, because again, from watching her, that was something else that she had randomly started doing on her own, is making a monthly family magazine. So I picked up that book for her, and this is just another one that I got for her. I'm not telling her like she has to do this, but I just wanted to get it because I see that interest there. And so this is Fashion Design for Kids, Skill Building Activities for Future Fashion Designers, ages 8 to 12. So again, it's not something that I'm going to force her to do, but I wanted to provide it for her. And in case she's interested, it'll teach her how to like better draw her people, and then teaching like how to draw the different outfit things, so pants, shorts. And what's really cool is that also in this particular book, it teaches about different body styles. So if you've heard of like the endomorphs, the ectomorphs, and the mesomorphs, it's actually teaching that in here. So here it says the endomorph female, front and back, and then the side. There's the mesomorph, and then the ectomorph. So I think that's really cool. So again, like very, it's all about fashion, but it's very like science-based as well. So this will be something that she will have available to her during her STEM time. And then I talked about this I think in STEM in our homeschool as well for my son. For years, he's talked about being interested in architecture, and we already have quite a few books for him on architecture. And I got him like the extreme dot to dot of like buildings, like architectural buildings that are around the world, and he's really been enjoying that. So this is just another book, a new one that he can have to go through as another option. And this one's Architecture for Kids, Skill Building Activities for Future Architects, ages 8 to 12. So same style of book as the fashion design one, but this one's all about architecture. So those are two that I will add into their little rotation, electives, extracurricular, whatever you want to call it. And I haven't even shown those to them yet, but I think that they'll be really excited about them. So the next thing that I wanted to show you guys, and I actually plan on getting the adult Bible study that goes along with this. But what's really cool is these have like the parent guides in there. And so one of the focuses that I want to have with my kids this year as a part of our family time is teaching them all about the armor of God. And then the second one is the fruit of the Spirit. I don't have my materials in yet for what we're going to do for the fruit of the Spirit, but I do have the stuff for the armor of God. So I picked up one of these This is by Priscilla Shire. It's called Unseen, the Armor of God for Kids. And so that's what this looks like here. And if you haven't done the study yet, but she also wrote the Bible study for adults, the armor of God, and this is like the kids portion that could go with that. So I plan on having that Bible study. It was out of stock whenever I ordered all of this. I plan on ordering it. Probably I'll order it from Lifeway. If Amazon doesn't get it back in stock in time, I'll just order straight from Lifeway, or maybe even Christian Book. But this is the younger kids activity book. And if you guys want to see a flip through of any of these things, like the fashion design, the architecture, or even these books, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to film that for you guys. So this one is for my 7-year-old. And then I picked up 2 of these Unseen, the Armor of God for Kids, for older kid activity books for my 2 oldest kids. And then I also have a printable from Arrows and Applesauce. I haven't printed it off yet, but it's like an image of, it's got like a character and then the pieces of the armor of God, and then you can like put Velcro on and like match it to put on the pieces of the armor onto the character. So I plan on printing that out for my 2-year-old and for my 7-year-old so that they can have that to go along with. And just super easy matching for my 2-year-old, and then better understanding for my 7-year-old. So these are really good. I've already looked through these and I'm super excited about them. So if you guys want to see the inside of these, just let me know, like I already said. So these are going to be one of our family time I guess Bible studies throughout the year. I just have been really convicted over the last couple months about just being prayerful about what I wanted to study with my kids. They are going to be doing their own Bible curriculum, which is the More Than Words, which I've already talked about, and I have a flip through of that as well. But as a family, I've been really convicted on just making known to my kids the armor of God and fully understanding it and its importance, and also even for myself as well as the fruit of the Spirit. So the armor of God and fruit of the Spirit, those are the 2 things that we are definitely as a family going to be diving really deep into this year in our homeschool. And then I thought this was really cool. After I added the older kids books into my cart, kind of the same thing with those oil pastels, I had a recommendation. And so this is like a series of 3 books, and they are written by Priscilla Shire. And these go with the Armor of God studies. I think they're kind of meant to be read alongside doing that study. So the first one that I have is the Prince Warriors. And the second one is the Prince Warriors and the Unseen Invasion. And then the last one is the Prince Warriors and the Swords of Rima. So I'm really excited about these. I don't know, I haven't quite decided yet if I'm going to have my older kids read them first, my son and then my daughter, or if we will do them as a read alouds. As you guys have probably seen, if you haven't, I'll have the video linked below with our family read alouds, but I kind of already know what I'm doing with that, so I don't know if I'll add these in as that or not, but these will be read either as read alouds or individually by my older kids. And so the first thing is in here, so let me go ahead and get it out. I originally saw this, I don't know if it was this exact one, but I saw Tori from the Oglesby Ohana talk about this in one of her hauls. I think it was like a summer school haul or something like that. And as soon as I saw it, I was really interested because I was already planning on initially just making something like this for my toddler. I've made these in the past, either for my kids or for kids that I've worked with. So it isn't hard to make. They're really easy, but sometimes like the convenience of buying something that's already done for you is it's easier and it works better for you. Like if you're already busy, adding more things to have to prep and make on your own can be a little overwhelming and daunting and stressful. So when she shared this, I knew it was something that I was going to get for my 2-year-old. He will be 3 in September. So this is the My Preschool Busy Book, and it just has all of these like colors and letters, numbers, more numbers with the rainbow, shapes, big and small, seasons, weather, and matching pictures and planets. Yes. So again, I probably would have made something like this. It would not have been as nice or probably included as much as it did. So I'm really glad that she shared this because I knew right away it was something that I was going to get. And it comes with these dry erase markers, and then it comes with a carrying bag and some extra Velcro pieces. So this particular one is a bit pricey, like almost double compared to a lot of the other ones that you can get on Amazon. But they did have a coupon on there when I was looking at it, and it was 50% off of this particular product if you bought something else that they sold. So, I mean, you could save money by just getting a different one, but they had another product that I was interested in. And this is something else that my husband and I had been kind of talking about, like getting some like wood and then just kind of attaching some of these pieces of things like this and making our own sensory board. But this little bag was super cute, and it had all of the things that I wanted on that board anyways. So I just went ahead and purchased this, and now my husband doesn't have to make anything, and it's just all done for me. So this is the like a busy sensory bag. And what I really love about these things, it's just all like hands-on and motor skill things that they already need to learn how to do anyways, but they can practice it here, and then it's easier than trying to teach a kiddo how to zip up a jacket when it's already on them is pretty difficult for them, like trying to see and then use their hand-eye coordination to get the the little piece into the zipper and zip it up, zip it down, take the jacket off. That can be a little bit overwhelming. It does work laying the jacket down on the bed and letting them do it that way, but it's also really nice if you can make your own, like on a board like we would have done. You could do the little zipper so that they can learn zip and unzip, and then there's a little buckle here. This is a really good way to teach them how to do a belt. And then there's these little clips here. I know in the past I've tried teaching my kids like on shopping carts. But yeah, so there's another one here. These are some that can be really hard for kids to get with the whole like pulling and then expanding. And then there's the Velcro piece here. These little twists, it's a button, so teaching them how to unbutton these different ones here, and then a regular button there. And then on this side you have these drawstrings here that you can teach them. There's these buttons here, and then more like buckles and things like that, and then tying. So this is really good to already start helping. Like you could even take the lace out and teach them how to lace it up, and then also how to tie it. So this was, like I said, something that my husband and I already had in mind of making, but it would not have had nearly as much. We would have had the buttons, we would have had a zipper, and maybe like something to tie like this, but not all of these different kinds of button collar type things. So I went ahead and purchased this and then got 50% off of the Busy Book. So I was really, really excited about both of these things to add to my son's preschool activities. Okay guys, so that is all of the stuff that I got in this Amazon haul. I hope that you were able to find some things here that are interesting to you, or some things that you're wanting to pick up. Let me know if you're wanting to see a flip through of any of those books that I shared with you guys. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit the like button. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!